you thought Seagate only made storage, well, you're right, but you're also kind of wrong, because Seagate has this. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and I am actually late with this review, and I'm really glad that I'm late because it's actually given me more time to be able to experience this product and to play with this product. And at first I thought it was really cool, but after quite a bit of time I actually started to understand. It's kind of like, you know, back in the day before cars were invented, everyone's like, we got horses and stuff, so why do we need this car thing? Until you actually got into a car and just realized how awesome, you know, it was. And this is exactly what the gaming dock is bringing to us. It's something that you need, you just don't know it yet. So I've saved time, no unboxing today, because haha, what is a dock? A dock, think about it. Shipping yard, ships come to dock, gaming dock, and I'll get to it because it's not only for gamers, but call it gaming dock for now, where cables come to live. So what this is a singular point where you are able to connect all of your peripherals, mouse, keyboard, headset, if you want to plug in a camera, if you want to plug in a cell phone, whatever, you know, depending on the connection, you're able to plug it in here. So the main point around this is being able to have just this device on your desk, a monitor or screen, however you want to call it, your keyboard and mouse, and that's it. Only requirement on a desktop or laptop is that you have Thunderbolt 3. Otherwise, all of the connections might not work. It's just because of, you know, the ability of data transfer. So Thunderbolt 3 is able to take quite a bit of data. If I remember correctly, it should be around 40 gigabits per second. I'll double check that. But what makes this dock so special? Seagate has gone and done what they do best, and that is incorporate Seagate into the dock, and I'll explain how. So starting with the device, inside is a 4 terabyte hard drive, and that hard drive reads and writes at about 240, 250 megabytes per second because it spins at 7,200 RPM. So it is quite a quick drive, and obviously the Thunderbolt 3 allows for the full capability of that data speed transfer. If we open up this little guy, and this is where Seagate has gone and outdone themselves, is you have got an NVMe or M.2 able storage. So you can connect a 512, 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte inside there. It's got a very thick heatsink on it. Now, the reason that you want a heatsink on these, and you'll see this with, you know, the latest motherboards and inside laptops, is NVMe's or SSDs are having to work so hard nowadays and process so much data that they need active cooling or heat mitigation. So this is quite a thick heatsink, so really good on that front. So now all of a sudden you've got a 4 terabyte and plus whatever you want. I just so happen to have something that I'm going to be installing, which Seagate has given me just to obviously show you. It is the 1 terabyte FireCuda 510. You do not need to go for a 520 or the latest 530 when they release, because this is not a PCIe 4. You don't need to go and splurge on the highest because you're not going to get the performance out of it. Let's look at the dock. Looking at it from the back, we have got power. So there is a hard drive inside here. There will be an NVMe, and obviously everything else that's connected to it. You're going to need some form of power in order to power the station. So there is DC power. Then we've got Thunderbolt 3, which you'll connect your laptop to or your desktop. Just make sure that your desktop has Thunderbolt 3. Then we have an additional Thunderbolt 3, so you can connect anything from a camera to your cell phone that you want to connect into there. Right next to that, we've got DisplayPort 1.4. So obviously your display, your monitor can plug into there. Just make sure that you have the right adapter if you don't have a DisplayPort in your monitor. Then right next to each other, 3 in a row, we got USB 3.1 Gen 2. Lastly, we have got a RJ45 or Ethernet cable. So why would you want one of those? It's not a NAS drive or network access storage. What this does is if your laptop doesn't have an RJ45, this actually becomes your, and this is what's so cool about this dock, is because you'll plug in your RJ45, all of a sudden when you put this into your laptop is internet through your docking station. Let's turn to the front. In the front, we've got a power button, pretty self-explanatory. Then we have got another USB 3.1 Gen 2 and then a USB 3.1 Gen 2 powered. So something to plug into your, your cell phone if you want to charge it, or some device that actually requires more power utilization. Right next to there, we have got headphone and microphone 3.5mm jacks for those who actually like to use jacks. So this would be the, this would be looking towards you. And what I recommend is mouse, keyboard, and then headset and microphone if it isn't split. Or if you're using USB, you can just use one of the USBs in the back. So this is so cool because we have got everything in front of us that we could possibly need. Now, let me explain why I said this is not only for gamers. Storage doesn't just have to be in your laptop. It doesn't have to be in some remote access server somewhere. Yes, that does help for security. But for people that are needing storage on the fly and for something to access files, this dock is absolutely perfect. And I've actually used it processing videos or rendering videos and just storing designs on there and rendering from this device. And there was no time lost at all. So I've got that ability to have even games. Obviously a docking station, you can install games and play games from this drive without any choking of the game or load time errors, especially if it's pulling off the NVMe or the game is installed on the NVMe. Okay, so now it's time to install Mr. SSD. Okay guys, time to wrap up and conclude. And now we're gonna rip off the band-aid because this is a sore one. This retails for $7,999. Now, that is a heavy price to pay considering a lot of people think, well, that's just a 4TB hard drive. Why would I pay $7,999? So, is this a recommend buy? It is a recommend buy, but with stipulations. This makes sense to gamers that want to clean up their area, their surface area. Guys or content creators that want to clean up their surface area because they just need nice wide open spaces and want to clear their view. For me as a reviewer especially, I'm looking so forward to using this because I review keyboards, mice, headsets, anything with a USB. I have to go and unplug my keyboard or my mouse by going through all my trunking and then having to do it all again, versus this, just easy plug in, plug out. So if you're a reviewer, 100%, this is probably like the best, the best thing for reviewers ever because it's just so easy to use. Again, Seagate has, outdone themselves with the storage and the NVMe, but I reiterate, is it worth it? That is for you to decide. Personally, I really believe this is such a cool concept, such a cool product, and I believe as they become more commonplace, the price will get cheaper. But that is not to say that you are not getting value for money. You do get RGB, you get all the connections you could possibly want, you're getting the 4TB, you're getting the NVMe expansion, so NVMe. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Cheers, bye-bye.